What's going on, Jerome's? So, as we know, the Vikings entered the 2025 draft with not a ton of draft picks. 24, taking Donovan Jackson, who he is for real, love it. But the Vikings only have 3 selections the rest of the way, including only one day 2, and it's at the ass end of day 2, a comp pick in 97. So the Vikings, not a ton of draft capital, but they are set up pretty well for 2026. So a couple of trades, notably Cam Robinson and a couple machinations here and there. But the Vikings, as of right now some of these could shift because the 5th round pick loss could be but the Vikings right now have their own 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round pick as well as their 7th. They're projected to receive a 3rd and a 5th in terms of comp picks from free agency, and then through various trades and conditional stuff, they also have 3 7s from the Rams, Texans, and Jaguars. That 6th round is completely obliterated, by the way, which is kind of funny to me. So the Vikings are coming up on some draft capital in 2026. Now the question is, could Kwesi push some of that 2026 capital up to 2025 to use it immediately? Also, here's what's interesting is that the Vikings are heading towards a champagne problem where they have a talented, loaded roster, not a lot of open spots on the 53, and a significant amount of draft capital coming up. So it could be a spot where, hell, some of these mid-round picks next year, if the Vikings end up sticking and picking, might not even make the 53. Might be on the practice squad. Now, you could say, well, 4th round pick on the practice squad, that's embarrassing. Not really. Well, it could be a route that the player isn't any good, but more it's a function of the Vikings are just racked up and stacked up with the roster. Woo! Love first world problems, man. Long story longer. Tom Pelissero, Amundanza, NFL Network, local Smokey, very tied in here with the Vikings, based in Minnesota. It's good. He talked about what the Vikings could make some moves today. He was on K-Fan. Pelissero was talking to the draft from Green Bay, on with 9 to noon, etc. And or might have been the Power Trip. Doesn't matter. But Sean Borman, NFL, our guy, Pelissero mentioned the possibility of the Vikings trading future picks 2026 to move up in the draft today, day 2. One position to watch is running back. Now, I think Sean clarified that there are 2 separate conversations, but the Vikings potentially making a move as well as targeting running back. It's pretty damn interesting. Now, you could say, well, running back, Aaron Jones re-signed. They traded for Jordan Mason, but think about it. Both of them are both on 2-year deals. Aaron Jones is going to be 31 December. Jordan Mason's running style probably doesn't lead to longevity. And Ty Chandler is in a contract year, and Xavier Scott is a bottom of the roster type guy. So, the Vikings certainly could partake of this running back class. And even though Genty and Hampton are gone, this is still a very good running back class. And even though, you could be like, well, just get a UDFA running back and you're good to go. But there are still levels to this thing, right? And also think about it. Like, Trevion Henderson is still there. Judkin's still there. Caleb Johnson, our guy. Scadaboo, Sampson, Devin Neal, Giddens. RJ Harvey is one of my favorites. Martinez, if we want a power back. There's a lot of really good running backs still left. Tootin, darn Tootin, Bashal. There's no Dana, only Bashul. Trevor Etienne, Woody Marks, Brashard Smith, who the Vikings did a lot of work on as a top 30 visit. Jaden Blue, you're my boy, Blue. So, if Blue stops fumbling, then we could talk about things. Same thing with Tootin. But I think that if the Vikings are motivated, I think they certainly could do that. Where the Vikings right now, having all those picks in 2026, could they move? Could they package up a 139? Could they package up a 187? Could they package up even 97? So say take 97 as well as you're projected to have an extra 3rd. So take your existing 3rd round pick now, because you can't trade theoretical picks, but take your own 3rd round pick now. Maybe some change, maybe like your 3rd and your 7th on top of 97. Get up into the stratosphere of day 2 and get yourself some Trevion Henderson. Woo! Come on, baby. Or if we want to keep going down the power back road, Judkins and Jordan Mason together, that'd be really damn good. A true blue outside zone runner like Caleb Johnson would be great. Scadaboo, I still have no idea what is going to be in the league. I just know that I want him on my team. Not much of a pass protector, though. So that's something to keep an eye on, because it's always complimentary football with Kevin O'Connell. He loves wide receivers that can run block, except for Addison. He loves running backs that can pass block. If you can't pass block, you're probably not getting on the field. That's what happened with Kinkene and Wangu. That's what happened with Ty Chandler. I feel like Jordan Mason's an anomaly, even though Kevin O'Connell's been talking up Mason's pass protection. I don't know. Either way, but I think that even if it is two separate conversations, like maybe the Vikings package up some draft capital just to have multiple swings at the day 2 selections. Maybe they go corner. Maybe they go, Jared Wilson from Georgia, center, heir apparent to Ryan Kelly, battle it out with Juergens. Maybe the Vikings add a safety in that mix. Maybe they go Andrew Makuba. Maybe they do end up going running back. I mean, there's a lot of options there. And the Vikings picks in 2026, I would have no problem if Kwesi just said F them picks and started condensing because it is a... We said that the whole quality versus quantity thing is a bit of a misnomer, especially in this year's draft class. But as we talked about, the Vikings roster construction, the surplus of capital next year, the lack of capital this year, as well as the just the bounty of talent day 2, I'm fine if Kwesi wanted to condense some of the future picks into this year, specifically targeting day 2. Maybe they go running back, maybe they go somewhere else, but I'm good. So I think the Vikings could surprisingly be a little bit more active than you would think on day 2 tonight. But your thoughts are thoughts. PELISSERO, Vikings making moves? Yes. Yeesh. Yes. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.